Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to the channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is SJ. I'm an adult doll and toy collector who just wants to talk about dolls and toys, and this channel is made for adult doll and toy collectors. And in the last video, we talked about all the things that I hate or dislike in Monster High Generation 3. In today's video, we are talking about all the things that I absolutely love about Generation 3. And the things that I love do outweigh the things that I dislike. But with any brand, you are going to have things that you love and things that you dislike. And just like in the last video, I will put a disclaimer in here. These are my opinions. They might differ greatly from yours, and it is okay if you do not agree with anything that I say. It's completely fine. But let's go ahead and get into the video. First up, we have different body types. I love to see it with doll lines, and I think Mattel is doing a decent job at it. We see body diversity a lot with the Barbie fashionistas, and I absolutely love that Mattel has brought that over into the Monster High Generation 3 dolls. While I will always have a love for G1, as that is what I know, that is where I hold a lot of nostalgia, there was always something about the Monster High G1 bodies that never truly sat right with me. I don't know what it was. I didn't full on like the G1 bodies. But with G3, we have petite. We have petite curvy. We have tall. We have tall with curvy hips. We have athletic. There's just so many different body types that they have introduced in with the Monster High Generation 3 lineup that I absolutely love it. Because let's be real, everyone comes in all different shapes and sizes. So to see that represented in a doll line, I just find amazing. And I think more doll lines should incorporate this. And actually, a lot of doll lines are starting to incorporate this concept into their doll lines. Number two, we got an animated series instead of just a web series. So with Generation 1, we really just got a bunch of webisodes and full-length type movies. I always wanted to see an actual animated series. And with Generation 3, we got that. While I hate that the animated series was put on Nickelodeon and not streaming, I can look past that due to the fact that we got an animated series. And I might be in the minority when I say this, but I actually do love the animated series. While I'm not always on board with the way they design the characters in the animated series, I still like the storyline in the animated series. Now, I have only seen season 1, so I cannot speak for season 2, but from what I have seen in season 1, I absolutely love it. It sucks that it has apparently been rumored to be canceled, but there's also a rumor going out there that um, they are going to do what they did with Generation 1 and do like a web series. So I guess it's not truly dead and gone. But yeah, I like that we got an animated series, and I do like the storyline. Next, we have live action movies. Again, I might be in the minority when I say this, but I absolutely love the live action movies. It was something that I wanted to see with Generation 1. We didn't get it. We didn't get it with Generation 2. We don't talk about Generation 2, but we got it with Generation 3. Sadly, the third one is rumored to be canceled, but there is also another rumor floating around where they're making an entirely new live action movie. I don't know how true that is, so I'm not even going to fully speak on it. But yeah, I like that we got live action movies. While I don't like that they were shown on Nickelodeon, and while I think the costumes in the movies look a little cheap, I have to remember it was a made for TV movie and not like a Hollywood budget type movie. So I can kind of look past that. While the storylines in the live action movie do differ slightly from the animated series, again, I'm going to kind of look past it. I can kind of look past it. It's fine. Um but I absolutely love that they were musicals. I love musicals, so the fact that the two live action movies were musicals in a way. Again, I love it. And I am not ashamed to admit that half of the songs from the first and second movie are on my music playlist. And then we have the redesign of characters. I do like some of the redesigns of the characters. To me, they look cute, which is something I love in doll lines. Do they look cute? Are they cute looking? While also having that monster type aspect to them. I love Claudine's redesign. I love her painted nose and her freckles, and I love the little tufts of hair that she has on her face, her wrists, and her ankles. I think it just adds something to the doll. Same can be said for Toralei. I absolutely love her redesign with the little bit of tufts that she has, her painted nose, the hair on her wrists, and her ankles. To me, that little bit of detail just adds so much to the design of the doll. I also love that Draculaura's ears are a lot bigger and more pointed than they were in her G1 doll. She looks absolutely adorable with them. I love that Jennifer is green. I love that she is green more than I love that she was gold in G1. To me, her being green just adds a lot more to her doll. I know a lot of people say she looks too much like color wise to G1 Frankie. I don't see it, but I love that she's green and she has just the slightest bit of gold accents to her design. As for Gulia and Laguna, I am still on the fence about whether or not I like their redesigns. I keep flip-flopping between whether I like them and whether I don't like them, so I can't really give a definite answer on what I think about them. But yeah, as far as some of the redesigns go of the characters, I absolutely love it. Next, we have Draculaura and being a practicing witch. I know there are a lot of people out here who truly hate the storyline. They think it's stupid, especially with us having witches in G1. But again, we have to remember this is a entirely different generation. Things are going to change. As for Draculaura being a practicing witch, I love that storyline. I find the fact that monsters look at witchcraft as being filthy human garbage so like interesting, and I'm not entirely sure why I find it interesting, but I love history, and one of the things about history that truly fascinated me were the Salem witch trials. Salem witch trials. Yes. I like always found that to be so interesting, and anything that had to do with witches and history and stuff like that I gravitated towards. I don't know why, I just did. So when Mattel created this storyline of monsters hating witches and witches hating monsters, I was just all for it. I was like, please tell me more. Give me all the history. Why do they hate each other? What's the story here? Claudine being half human, half werewolf. Again, I love this concept. Dad's a human, mom's a werewolf. I I love it. I'm here for it. In G1, Claudine was just strictly a werewolf, and her werewolf type instincts were just kind of like enhanced come the full moon. In G3, Claudine can transform between her werewolf form and her human form. I think the concept of Claudine being two halves, being stuck in two different worlds and not truly feeling like she fits in anywhere, is a storyline concept that I think a lot of kids, even adults, can relate to. Maybe it's not that deep, but that is how I have always looked at it. And, in a way, I was always like, Claudine is the key. She is the key to bring the monster world and the human world together. I don't know if that's the route they were going with the whole concept of her being half human, half werewolf, but that was always where it was in my mind. Also, you see a lot of media in movies and stuff like that, TV shows where werewolves have always pretty much been half human, half werewolf. They just have enhanced instincts, I guess, eyesight, hearing, taste, smell, all that kind of stuff. And then, come the full moon, they transform into a werewolf. So I kind of like that we got that in Generation 3, because there was something that always bothered me with G1 where Claudine was always just straight up a werewolf. Next, we have representation. Yes, we have representation when it comes to body diversity in G3, but we also have a couple other things of representation in Generation 3 Monster High. Twyla, for example, is autistic. There are many examples of it throughout the animated series, and Mattel has confirmed it themselves. And as a mother to a daughter who is autistic, as a parent, this is something that I love to see in a franchise that I carry close to my heart. I love that it is being represented. And Twyla has ended up becoming my daughter's favorite because my daughter looks at Twyla as being just like her. Plus, she's purple. And according to my daughter, purple is the greatest color ever. And don't worry, I did not forget about Frankie and their non-binary representation. Now, Frankie's storyline is they are pretty much like a Franken monster. They are made up of all kinds of different body parts, brain parts. So the fact that they don't associate with any gender because they're made up of so many different body parts was, again, another concept that I thought Mattel came up with. That was great. I like that Mattel Monster High made Frankie non-binary. I like that they are showing representation in media and even doll form. I think it is something great and beautiful to see, and I hope Mattel doesn't let retail stores or anything like that pressure them into changing anything, because Monster High Welcome Committee Frankie was supposed to be a Target exclusive and Target dropped it. Like, please, Mattel, don't let retail stores pressure you into changing stuff, because the representation that you are feeding us is beautiful to see. Next, we have articulation, and this one is going to be short, simple, and sweet. I love all the articulation that the Monster High dolls have. Neck, chest, elbow, shoulder, wrist, hip, knee. I love it. Amazing articulation for a series of dolls to come out with when they first hit the shelves, instead of slowly changing and adding more articulation. Instead, they are slowly changing and removing some articulation with the budget dolls. But I hope Mattel keeps up giving us the great articulation with the Monster High dolls and does not go back on it like they did with G2. Then we have G1 revamped lines. I love that in a way we are getting G1 lines just revamped into G3. For example, G1, we had Skull Shores. With G3, we got Scaredice Island, which in my eyes, I feel like Scaredice Island was a remake of Skull Shores. Now we are getting the Scarily Sweet Birthday dolls, which, in my opinion, is a revamp of the Sweet 1600 that came out with G1. While they are not entirely the same, yes, I understand they are not entirely the same, it is nice to see the callback that they are doing with G1. Like, they're doing like little callbacks to G1, and it's to me, it's something nice to see. Then we have G3 music videos. I don't know if you have seen any of the G3 Monster High music videos that are on YouTube, on I think either the Mattel or the Monster High YouTube. But they make these music videos to kind of introduce new characters, or with the new introductions of like the Skulltimate Secrets line and stuff like that. Again, I might be in the minority when I say this, but I actually love them. I think they are fun and interesting, and it's a fun way to introduce the new character and in song form give you some information about the character. Royally Rule This World by Cleo and Spark to Life by Frankie are on constant repeat in this household. G3 pets. Again, I might be in the minority when I say this, and I know there are a lot of people who think the pets are a piece of a wasted accessory. They don't like them. No. Mm-mm. I I love them. I absolutely love the G3 pets, and I think they look a lot cuter than the G1 pets. I want to see more of them. I want to see more of the pets. I want Monster High slash Mattel to make little webisodes about the pets going on fun little adventures and stuff like that. And we have Cleo and Frankie, the relationship we didn't know we needed. But I am here for it. I love it. Clanky forever. That is it. That is all I have to say. Best relationship, in my opinion, to come out of G3. Then we have Heath Burns. I know this might sound weird, but hear me out, okay? Heath Burns was my all time favorite Manster from G1. The clumsiness that he had, the humor that he brought, I loved it. I gravitated towards it. Along with the relationship between him and Abby, I loved the whole fire ice aspect to it. I I live for that kind of stuff, I guess. So when we got the announcement that we were getting a Heath Burns in G3, I was a little worried about how they were going to change him, redesign his character, all of that. But I love it. I am here for it. I love the redesign of his character. He is still the clumsy, humorous little goofball that he was in G1. He is still my all-time favorite Manster, and it sucks so much that we are probably only ever going to get that one doll of him, Scared Ice Island, because Mattel has said that the Mansters don't sell as well, so they might not continue to make them. I need more Manster dolls. I need more Heath dolls. And the fact that we still have that adorable relationship between him and Abby in G3, I love it. I love it. But the number one thing that I absolutely love about G3 is that it's back. It's back on the shelves. It's back in media in some ways. Doll line that so many of us loved, a doll line that got so many of us into collecting dolls is back on the shelves. I love that it's back for a newer generation. The fact that my daughter can go to the store and to see her face light up when she discovers a new Monster High doll on the shelf takes me back to when I discovered Monster High on the shelf. So it's, to me, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to go to stores and see kids discovering Monster High for the first time, falling in love with it. And it's like, that was all of us when G1 came out. In the end, Monster High is a doll line that I will forever hold close to my heart, as it is the line that did get me into collecting dolls on my own. That is how I found my love for dolls. And while there were a lot of things that I did dislike about G3, like I said, all the positives, the love, and everything that I have for Generation 3 truly outweighs the things that I dislike. Like, I did not get into the fact that I absolutely love the statement heels. A lot of people hate the statement heels. I love the statement heels. I think they are fun. I love the play sets. The play sets are fun. All the themed food, don't even get me started on the themed food, because again, this video will go on forever and I don't want it to go on forever. I don't want to do that to you guys. I don't want to make a long, long video. But like always, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. What are some things that you absolutely love about Generation 3 of Monster High? Who is your favorite character? And who would you like to see more dolls of? Like, when it comes to the Mansters, Deuce, Claude, Heath, I believe those are the only 3 Mansters that we have gotten so far. Who would you like to see more dolls of? Or when it comes to the Mansters, who would you like to see a doll made of? Like Gil? I believe his name was Gil. We didn't get a doll of him. I would have loved a doll of him. And what are some things that you hope to see in the future with Generation 3, like future lines. What kind of lines would you like to see? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I hope to see you in the next video. Love you. Bye.